Hey guys, what's up? It's Dreadscape Gaming here, and today on the channel we're playing Video Horror Society. I know what everybody's gonna say, jumping on my back. Video Horror Society was pulled from the Steam store September 8th, along with the servers. You're no longer able to play it. Well, a group of people decided to start the VHS, Video Horror Society Evil Never Dies project, which actually makes the game have a bit of a private server, so you can now play this on private servers, peer-to-peer. So the game is alive. You can only play custom matches, which is private screenings, as it's called, where you can actually play against bots, as well as you can play with people if they're in your lobby via room code. So there's a Discord for this. I will link in the description these things for anybody who wants to check it out. We are playing a bot match right now. I have not played VHS since the second beta. I think I just found the teen. Let's give chase to them. So, Video Horror Society, for those of you who were not familiar with it, was a asymmetrical horror game that was available on Steam. Came out about a year ago. At the launch of the game, it was very, very popular with a lot of people who were a bit jaded with Dead by Daylight. I missed the attack here. One of the things about this game was that it was 4 teams going against one monster. The monsters were based loosely on classic 80s type of horror monsters. So there's the werewolf, which was my personal favorite. There was like this amphibian monster. Then they added also the doll master. I think I'm gonna get hit there. Okay, good. I was able to knock her out of that hit, because if not, I would have broken one of her stigmas, the fire one. Let's give some chase over here. So also, then they added on a new killer, the Eviscerator, which was a robot, and then there was one called the Anomaly, I believe it was called. All that stuff was after my time. I stopped playing the game because, as I mentioned when I did it on Twitch stream years ago, or about a year ago, it was very hard to play Monster. Matchmaking was very imbalanced because of the amount of players that were playing the game. It was very small because of the closed betas, to the point that, like, new Monster players such as myself couldn't really do anything because we didn't know how to play the game, we didn't have the perks, and we were going against, like, you know, maxed out survivors. On top of that, it was impossible to track survivors before because you had to either listen for footsteps, and a lot of the time survivors would camp around the corners. It seems like in one of the last updates, and you'll notice as I'm playing this that you see like a little circle icon that looks like a sun, they added something called Danger Sense. So whenever a teen's nearby, case in point here, you will have that icon appear and it will tell you that a teen is around. It doesn't necessarily tell you where the location is, but it can kind of show you that you're in danger. Case in point here, I'm going to miss the swing and it's going to break one of my stigmas. I'm going to lose that survivor. So I think that, in terms of an update, wasn't so bad, because it actually kind of makes it a little bit easier to play Monster. But even still then, it's kind of an uphill battle against good teens. I'm playing against bots, and the bots are able to kind of pounce on me. One of the things I always kind of hated about Monster, and it's still, I kind of really hate it now, and there's not much that can be done to change it, because I believe the point of Evil Never Dies is that it's a preservation project, so that people who want to still play VHS in the state that it's in can play it, you know, on these private servers and have a fun time, but I don't think they're going to be modifying anything. One of the cool things they did do for their private servers is all the cosmetics are unlocked, even the ones that were originally paid for, obviously because the game's no longer available and there's no, like, currency to buy. So I was able to try out, like, the Teen Wolf skin, everything of the sort. The one thing, too, though, with Monster right now is, as you're seeing even me playing through this match, it's still very hard to track teens. And when you do hit a teen, you automatically go up into the air. Hold that for case in point there, where I hit them, I throw my hands up in the air, I'm stopped for several seconds, and then it's very hard to give chase to the teen. I understand this was done kind of balance things so that you wouldn't be able to tunnel a teen per se, but considering the amount of time that it takes to kind of stop roaring, you will lose sight of the teen often. And this, in my personal opinion, as somebody that plays many asymmetrical horror games, not just Dead by Daylight, because people, when I originally was criticizing the game, were like, oh, well, you're just a Dead by Daylight player, so you don't know what you're really talking about, you're just preference. No, I played Dead by Daylight, Friday the 13th, Puppet Master the game, Charlie the Legend. I haven't played Prop Night. I was interested in it, but the servers are kind of dead for that game, unfortunately, too. Evil Dead the game. Usually, when you hit somebody, you should be able to kind of give chase, even if the survivor gives a speed boost. So throwing your hands up in the air, roaring, and losing sight kind of really screws things up. You have to be able to track, and I felt like when it came to Monster, there weren't a lot of ways to track people unless you were using one specific killer. werewolf was very hard to play, and the werewolf was probably the coolest looking killer, or monster, excuse me, because they weren't called killers, in VHS. In fact, in the first teaser, they showed off the werewolf first, but werewolves are pretty high skill ceiling. So, you know, Danger Sense, would this have saved the game? Honestly, if it had launched with Danger Sense, I think maybe this would have been better received by people who are coming from other games that play generally killer/monster. But it's unfortunate that they didn't really want to listen in certain ways to the community, a lot of feedback on monster players, and then what also kind of didn't help, let's watch out for that beam, let me strike there, okay, good, is the fact, I think it was one of a few times we might be able to give chase and see where they are, but no, we broke sight. Case in point there, once you roar up in the air, it's like impossible sometimes to track. Now we just gotta play a guessing game, maybe they went back outside, but you know, one of the other things, too, really with it is just, like, there's a lot of people in the game, Video Horror Society, I'm not saying every VHS player was like this, that kind of gatekeeped a little bit, so, like, they were exclusively team players, and people were a little bit toxic in a way. So what they would do is they were like, oh, you're just a bad killer, get good. Oh, you're just bad at this game, get good. Oh, you're just a filthy Dead by Daylight player, which most people who know my content, well, let's strike here, mostly play a whole bunch of horror games. I don't exclusively play something, and I play Dead by Daylight few and far between. So when I put up the original criticism video, people wanted to, like, burn me at the stake when I said if it kept on in the current state that it was probably not going to survive the year. I was right, unfortunately. I didn't necessarily want it to be right. It was usually one of those videos I make to make a kick in the pants for developers, which has happened in the past, where I've critiqued things, and it's gone for very good changes. You know, I always try to keep things fair, and I don't like to be biased with any of the games I play, because I feel like that's irresponsible, not only from a player perspective to say things that aren't true, but as well somebody who used to be a former journalist, which a lot of people don't know. I never give, you know, true opinions. I like to tell the truth. I shouldn't have roared there because she didn't have a weapon, but just in case somebody was kind of going to team up and ambush us from a corner, probably keep our bases there. So, you know, when you look at it that way, it's like Danger Sense would have been great earlier on. And then the community was really toxic. I'm not saying everybody again. So when you have people acting that way, particularly with asymmetrical horror games, a lot of people were just casuals that think the game looks fun and maybe want to drop into a match or two, play it every, like, Halloween and something. Don't tend to stay around for these type of games because they just don't want to, you know, be subjected to that type of toxicity. Then, you know, because the player count dropped so much because they really weren't listening to feedback to monster players in particular. Oh, I'm not going to be able to get hit out of that. Yeah, they're going to... Did they get me? No, okay. Let's roar. Hold that thought there. See, whenever I roar with the werewolf, they're not able to use their weapon for a couple seconds, which I think is kind of cool. Unfortunately, we don't have things like armor like the amphibious monster. I forgot what they call it. It's been a while. Don't, like, hang me at the stake or whatever you want, or hook, whatever you want to call it. There's another human around here. It's the same person with the sword, so we're going to move away a couple seconds here, just because we're not trying to get hit by that sword. Okay, let's swing. Uh-oh. Swing. Okay, I got the hit. I was scared there. I thought he was going to break our stigma. Let's wait. See, when you throw your hands up in the air, that's why it's like, it sucks in a tracking perspective. Let's roar just in case there's somebody. I don't want to rush in head on, because one of the problems as monster is you have to play very stealthy here. You have to pick the teams off one by one, because if you try to, like, gang up all on them, they're gonna run roughshod on you. So you gotta kind of do a bit of divide and conquer, which is hard. And that's the other thing about really VHS in particular. Like, matches just took forever to play. Like, I understand they wanted this to be a long, intense type of heated battle on both sides, but when matches go this long, people generally get very mental fatigue because it's just, it takes too long. And people like to get a whole bunch of matches in. So I think, like, just how match flow worked in particular. Uh-oh. I wasn't expecting that person to hit us there, but hey, we got down them. They're completely out of commission now, so I wasn't not necessarily bad as monsters, just we needed things like a better way to track. Danger Sense kind of mitigated that a bit. Had this been around, I'll be honest with you, Danger Sense, I probably would have played a lot more VHS back then. But because it wasn't there and it was hard to track, it became a little bit of an issue. Alright, let's go up the stairs here and try to find somebody. Case in point, we found somebody. Do they have a weapon? No. I don't have Roar available just yet. We're gonna wait on that, because it's on a cooldown. And there's not really a way to mitigate, to my knowledge, these cooldowns, because that's a kind of game balancing that I think. You know, it's kind of a shame what happened to the game, though. But, you know, I kind of saw it coming. But it's cool that somebody, a group, was dedicated and wanted to keep it alive, because I definitely will. Let's roar. They had a gun in their hand, that's why I roared there. Oh! See, this is what I was talking about. If you're not careful, you will get ambushed by people. So you have to be very, very careful, because sometimes somebody will use themselves as bait to take the hit, so that the other person can get the drop on you. So you can't... You really gotta divide and conquer. Oh, I wasn't expecting them to be behind me. They broke my stigma. I'm down to one more stigma. This is gonna be a little bit of a challenge here now, because I have to be careful. Anything that has an electric weapon, anybody teen, I gotta be very, very careful here, because if not, I will lose the game, as they say. Alright, so this is gonna be a little bit more stressful. Let's look around. That's the one thing, Monster was like so stressful in this game sometimes. Let's roar just to cover our bases in case, because I need to now keep an eye and kind of like, not really camp that workbench, but that's where they can craft the lightning weapon. So whenever I can kind of not have them doing something. Okay, there's an orb here. I think if I hit this, I could get something. I don't remember this in the game either. Definitely don't remember. It must have been something new. Let's, okay, there's a rift. For those of you who don't know what a rift does, if you go towards it, it will reveal the location of the monster or the teens. Obviously, we're playing monster, so reveal the location of the teens. One of the things that does have me a little bit apprehensive, though, is one of the strategies that teens use is if they get there first, they camp it out and wait for the monster to get there. Case in point, they just did it, but they don't have the stigma, so let's down them. Okay, that's good. So that's one of the strategies that teens tend to do. They will just camp that area and let the monster come to them, which is smart. It's not necessarily a bad play. There's a teen around. Let's roar. I don't know exactly where they are with danger sense. All I know is that there's somebody around a corner waiting to get the drop on us. So let's not fight in a narrow corridor, because that would be a bad player type of play. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of try to give chase. I hear a sword in the background. So we definitely have a teen that has a sword. The sword can't break the electric stigma. So we got to play this one cautiously. There's still 3 teens here. We're not really concerned about the workbenches, except for the electric one. I don't want anybody touching the electric bench, because if they do, it's going to be a GG for us. Alright. This map is one of the last maps that they introduced into the game. It kind of reminds me of the facility in The Thing. Anybody remember the old John Carpenter 1986 Thing? As well as, I guess the 2013 one would count, as well as the prequel. So it kind of reminds me of that. Okay, there's a teen around. Let's roar. So we can render their weapon useless. Let's give a look-see here. Hello. Hello, where are you? I've come to give you a back massage, even though my nails are a little bit long. So it might hurt you just a little bit. Okay, there's another rift beyond. So what we got to do is we're going to go to that one. Hopefully we get to it before the human. And then maybe we'll get some easy tracking out of this. But it's such a far location. There's got to be a team already camping out there. One of the things I like about the private screen is now they give a whole bunch of tips. So, you know, it looked like devs were trying to do something, but by then the player count had already dropped off a lot. It sounds like... I don't know how to honestly get up there. Because I'm not familiar with the map. Okay. There is a person who got to that already. Do we want to go up there and try to give chase? They're definitely up on the staircase. Whoa, they're trying to shoot us with a beam. Let's kind of run away here. I know it looks kind of like being a coward, but believe it or not, the monster is not the power role in this game. As unfortunate as it is, it's just not the power role. So we have to be a little bit cautious here with how we play this one. Let's look around here. Anybody here? Knock, 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 knock. Let's look around if we can. Alright, let's roar. Okay, good. Good, good. They were trying to shoot us with the crucifix. The crucifix won't break our stigma, but it will stun us if we're not careful. Let's swing. Hi there, buddy. I didn't appreciate that. So, like, if they break the stigma again that you've already had broken, all it does is stun the monster. They drop to their knees. I lost track of this person already. That's the one thing. Once you hit, like, they really should have fixed that before they had released this game. Another thing with Video Horror Society is it feels like it was a game that needed more time to bake in the oven. a lot more... I thought I saw somebody behind here. Let's give it a look. I thought I saw somebody in the corner there. I guess not. But it really needed a lot more time to bake. This is one of these things where it was like a fun concept, but then you had to tweak how Monster played. I feel like there needed to be some type of nerfs to teens also. If not so much the teens themselves, because the perks weren't the problem, personally. But I feel like some of the weapons were a little kind of like OP, like they needed a longer rotation before they like fired off, because there's some things like the laser ray in particular, that you can pretty much kill a monster super quickly with it if you've got good positioning. The cross, again, like, it can shoot from such a far distance that by the time you get near the human to hit them, chances are you're already been downed and the stigma broken. So, you know, those things kind of were like, I know they're designed that way for a purpose, but let's roar, because as you saw, danger sense went off, but I don't know where they're hiding. Okay, now we know. Let's swing. Ooh. Swing. Okay, down. Okay, that's good. Let's leave her there. We're not going to use her as bait. We're not going to feast on her either, because then that will kind of alert, maybe? Let's feast on her anyway. This is going to alert the Earth to our location, but it gives us a little bit of a buff, if I remember correctly. So, let's just get some noms there. Oh! He's using the crucifix, so that's what happens. It won't kill me, but it will stun me, because that's already a stigma. He hit us 2 times with that. What a cheeky little bastard that fucker was, right? Alright. Let's roar. In case he has another charge there, and let's try to give chase to him. I don't know which direction he went, so let's try to cut him off at the gates. I also don't want to be near 2 teams at the same time, because that will almost always spell instant doom for me, unless they're like both in an injured state with no weapons. So you have to play a lot more tactical than what you would necessarily play in Dead by Daylight, obviously, or Friday the 13th the game, or Puppet Master a game. Another game that I think everybody should really be trying out. Like, it's a really, really good game. And it kind of has some of the strategies, in a way, of what Video Horror Society was trying to do. Not necessarily with the teen versus, like, 3v4, where it's like monster versus... But, oh, hold that thought there. We got him, and he has no weapons. Perfect. You wanted to break our stigma 2 times, now I will make you pay. I will make you bleed. I will make you scream for more. Very good. Alright. Let's go, let's go. I lost sight of him, though. Because I potato brain a lot in this game. Alright, let's look. Somebody just failed the workbench. And I believe it was all the way over that way. So we're gonna go there and look around. The other thing, too, with this game is, like, teens can really... not necessarily hold the hostage lobby, but because they have to beat the monster... There are times when there's just big lulls in the game of just searching for the teens, and the teens will hide quite a lot, trying to get the drop on you, so... you know, was there a game imbalance in Video Horror Society? Yeah, definitely, sure. 100% certain that there was. Definite imbalances all around. So, let's look. Because, again, I'm waiting for basically danger sense to go off. That's the only way I'm really going to be able to track the teens right now. Clearly, they're not on this side of the map, so I think what we should do is probably go back, take a look at the electric bench, or bench, excuse me. Alright, let's get that. Let's look around. I don't see anybody there. Let's continue on and check here. Alright. Oh, somebody trying to shoot us. Let's roar. Oh, yeah, see, they were trying to... get the area. Let's strike him once. I'm gonna lose sight, though, by the time I give chase. Yep. See, now I've already lost him. I don't know which way he went. But that's the camping that they do. So they camp out the Rift Beyond. Alright, so we're still in this. 1 stigma left. 1 teen who's in a kind of interesting state there. He's in the purple. I actually don't know what that icon means. Like I said, I didn't play that much. Okay, hold on. I think we're gonna find the teen. Let's roar. That way they can't use the weapon. Hello? Were you over here? I saw you here a minute ago. Alright. Let's see. Now we're gonna have to play hide and seek again with them. Oh, they're there. They're there. Let's turn around this way, though. I want to try to get the drop on them a different way, because if I come through the front, they're obviously gonna hit me with a weapon, right? If they have one already. So we gotta play this tactically. Plus, do we really want to fight in a narrow corridor? Where we don't have anywhere really to hide behind. I don't think so. So let's, kind of let them come to us, so to speak. That's probably going to be the best strategy. here. Oh, shit, what was that? That was a skeleton that popped out. I was not expecting that. I was like from the old Halloween event. I actually jumped on that one. I even swung. You saw that? All right, let's go. Where are these humans hiding? Well, they're kind of hiding in the cavern area. Let's see. Maybe we can find one around here. Ideally, that would be better for us. If not, we're going to have to camp for the next Great Rift Beyond. And then maybe we'll be able to get that one before they do. So we can track them because it's going to be rough. Hello, anybody here? Cool music in the background. Let's look around. Hello. See, this is why I'm like saying, like, that's one of the design flaws with VHS, because teens can hold this game up so much. And then you're in these long 25, 30-minute matches when you're like, I just kind of want to move on to the next one. Okay. You know. Do matches kind of overstay their welcome? Yeah, they do. They kind of do. Alright, let's look around here. Hello, anybody here? Anybody, anybody? Anybody? Let's go. Okay, so they got that one. That's so unfortunate. But we know where they are, so let's try to give chase here. Oh, that's the stigma? Oh, are we dying? Are we dying? No, they're using the same weapon, so they're just trying to extend this match as long as possible now. That's fine. I think somebody was over here, so let's give chase if we can. Hello? Where are you? Come back here, you little... Oh, man. I'm gonna give you such a back scratch. You're not gonna know what's gonna hit you. Hello? Okay, we gotta go back by this electric bench. I am kind of concerned that they haven't been using the electric bench at all here. So, but I have to hold my ground in this particular area, because if I don't, they're just gonna get to the weapon, and then it's pretty much a GG for us. Alright. Let's go. I'm just checking all these bases here. It's easy to get lost in this map, too. Hello, anybody? 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 Nobody there. I'm gonna mark this just for the hell of it, so I know that I've been there. Alright. Doesn't seem like the teens are there. Let's check inside here. I mean, if anything, they should be should be around here, right? Alright. Hello? Oxenfree. Come out wherever you are. Alright. This isn't getting funny. This is why I always said Monster needed some tracking. Of some sort. More than just danger sense would help. Like, you know, I know in Dead by Daylight they had, like, scratch marks. I hate to compare the two games, but, like, scratch marks kind of helped in that game. Something where you could kind of see easier where to track them. Or louder footsteps. Okay, danger sense is going activated. Let's roar. Oh, see? They had the ray gun, too. That would have killed me. So, he was hiding behind the corner, camping, waiting for me to come to him. Which is pretty much what teens used to do. Oh, let's run around there. Let me strike him. He's not going to be able to get to me. Because he's running out of bullets, and I got full stigma there. Okay. So, 3 down. 1 more to go. I have no idea where this person's going to be, though. So, we're probably going to have to camp out that greater beyond thing to be able to get the advantage here. But that's what teens like to do. They used to, like, just stay in one position, wait for you to run up a staircase, an alleyway, down a staircase, and then they'd, like, just ambush you right there. And you wouldn't really have too many ways to counterplay it. So that's one of the situations where danger sense kind of kicked in and worked to our benefit. It's not always the case. Let's grab this orb. Does it mitigate issues? Yes. Does it solve every issue that is with the game? Not necessarily. I don't know if the people who are playing, you know, develop the private server and everything are going to kind of do tweaks. If they were doing tweaks, I would like to have some better way of tracking of some sort. Either through louder footsteps or something that would give you kind of a better position. Because I enjoy playing, like, monsters and killers in these games. Next time when I do play this, I will try to get in a teen match and see if I can try my very best to win a teen. I'm not as good in teen, so keep that in mind. Because obviously I didn't have as much time with the game as other people. Okay, let's get the Rift Beyond. Now we're gonna hopefully be able to put an end to this match once and for all. Man, talk about a sweaty situation. We went from having only 1 stigma left to pretty much taking care of 3 teens, and now we got him. They don't... Whoa, they got the gun. They're trying to kill us. Okay, let's wait. I'm gonna roar. And when I roar, that's gonna disable their weapon. I can strike for game. Alright. There we go. Alright, guys. That is going to do it for Video Horror Society. Evil Never Dies. That's the private servers available. I will leave a link in the description where you can find this type of information. Anyway, we got the clean sweep there. It was a very sweaty match, and it was a little bit stressful. Anyway, that's gonna do it. Till next time.